Hi everyone, welcome to one of my YouTube videos, and today we want to discuss how we create a good looking, simplified and professional dashboard that can enable decision making. Now, this dashboard only focus on comparison of actual and the budgets, right? So we probably call it budget, then you have like a forecast, so it depends at least being able to compare actual with another set of data to drive decision making. The world is really moving fast, and you as a modeler, you also need to think the same way management thing, right? Not just about presenting numbers, but to be able to present the number in such a way that it drive decision making. It's meaningful, right? And one of the way of doing analysis is to be able to compare a business to itself over time, right? Or compare it with performance of external or comparable company. Now, what we have here is I've set up a data workbook. So I'll also make this available so that you can make use of this. And please always remember for learning purposes and also to help you get better in your analysis and presentation. So here we have actual, more of a level kind of input. So you might need to those colored cells, you might need to input your value in there. But for now, this can only take 12 months comparison of actual and also forecast. So you can always extend just like a learning curve and some and the templates you can build on. Then this is where they can put either the forecast or budget or the number you want to use and compare it, or maybe you want your own company and you want to compare that with another company. So it depends on you. We have that laid out monthly, and this is where we have the dashboard, which just kind of give a good insight. One, we present the revenue more like the most key line item. You can always add any other line item you feel you need. We have the revenue. So let me zoom out very well for us to see. So you have the revenue, actual, you have the budgets, and this is more like a variance. So which means the actual we were unable to meet up to the expected budget or forecast that we had. Then I always prefer to call it forecast, but somehow management prefer to call it the budget. So yeah, and at times you can have like a budget figures, you can have like a forecast figure, so any type of comparison. So variance more like the actual, then variance in percent, and more like what is the percent of budget achieved. I think this is a very good metric. And you can also see like a chart beside it saying, hey, we only achieved 97% of our budget. That is in terms of revenue. So actual, then you have was more like the variance gap, and you have the budget revenue. You also have your cost of sales here. Since we spent more than we budgeted for, so which kind of give like 105 percent of budget achieved. Gross profits drops as operating expenses, which is more like what the reality of business can be at times, right? You just see your costs going higher and you really have limited control. Operating expenses, then you see that EBITDA, you budgeted this is what you had, you were faced with reality. So how do you make that decision in the next thing? That's why we have financial modeling kind of come into play to be able to see things that can be adjusted and how that can impact the business performance. Profit before tax, and then we go straight to just let's go straight to net profits, right? And you can see achieve only 68% of it, and just these are just a few margin, gross profit margin, EBITDA margin, net profit margin. So we didn't put the revenue growth. So maybe if you want to do that, as I said, you can always add anything you want. Here we have a good looking charts for each month. Also good chart presentation is very key, all right, in such a way that make it very concise. Remove noises so that it's easy to see, right? See the dates looking straight, not slides, the way people usually put it, right? So just make it good, look good like this, so it's easy to read. And you can see the blue dotted represent the budget, and it's easy for you to even see from the chart. This is what we budgeted. This is what we achieve. Also, use of color very key and very important. And by the side, you can see the revenue percent achieved Cost of sales, just put that together, both cost of sales and operating expenses. What was the total giving us? Right, just added that together. Just everything is cost. Then you can see your net profit, 68% achieved and able to achieve 32% of that. Furthermore, to the side, you can see EBITDA actual and budget just using that same chart. Consistency is also good, so you don't want to be putting different chart design, right? You only want them to be able to look at one, and when they get the legend that okay, this is what this is what that is. It's always good to just make sure you keep that for every other type of that chart, right? Actual. So you can see the net profit as well. And then I can even see in January they were saying that they budgeted they're going to make profit of 109. The reality uh, came in and was a big blow. The same thing in July and the same thing in December. So this also kind of give them like a trend. So maybe the next year they you kind of put out monthly data and you also compare that with the previous monthly data, right? And you'll be able to tell and look through the trend to be able to say, okay, you know what, it seems this is more like a seasonality thing. So what do we need to do? How do we get to manage our cash? Then EBITDA margin. Now you can say that this is in percent, right? And just kind of put that in a line charts, right? So you can see actual budget and you can see the zigzag of the actual, which is always more like the reality, right? When you build your own model, you're keeping everything straight. You get to the reality of it, just kind of hit you with a big blow, right? So then the next profit, you can also see the movement and below here, as I said, just make sure you keep that uniform chart selection. So as long as you see it in a line, basically saying it's growth, and you can also see the revenue growth movement. I think I decided to make this one. Uh, I decided to expand this one so that it's really showing very well, and they can see when the revenue kind. I think the actual is kind of showing the opposite of what they budgeted, right? Or maybe what they forecasted. So, February they were thinking they will go lower. Luckily, they went higher. March they were thinking they will go higher. They went lower, and just kind of a funny thing. But as I said, this is just a learning uh, material for us to leverage on whenever we want to kind of even you can use it in your model. And now we build model where you always need to make provision for where they can put in the actual and be able to compare that to what the plan kind of look like and be able to put that in a good view at once decision making, right? And just get into the management and you just put on this dashboard, then it's able easy to now to look through, right, at a glance, be able to ask question, which is now where the key important of the presentation comes into play. So if you put that your presentation and really it's not leading to discussion, it's not leading to some questioning about what's really going on, then just know that you've actually not made any impact, right? So for example, I present this, the management kind of look at what the EBITDA is looking like, and look at the net profits, which is more like a good way of analyzing stuff, right? EBITDA seems EBITDA went in November. EBITDA was on the really high side, right? The November net profits also kind of going like so more like we're just looking at the same the trend kind of look the same. So if your EBITDA net profits trend not looking the same, then we need to say, oh, what's happening? Maybe their interest, some finance expense, and all those things, which means you also need to put that in the dashboard. Basically, you should be able to put those information that when they ask the question, they will be able to at least get a bit of response. And if need to dig deep more, for example, why did revenue reduce significantly in March? What happened during that period? They'll go into our data. Okay, I mean, what happened to the production? What unit was produced? What unit was sold? And all this kind of question comes into play. What's the purchasing power kind of look like? What happened in the economy? How we manage ourselves then? So yeah, basically, this is just a learning material. And as I said, I will drop this in the chat box so they can always look through. I've created some of these charts. Then, if need be, if I get maybe more like requests to kind of provide guidance as to how I've been able to create some of these charts, well, if the request is enough, I might just decide to do like 1 or 2 hours webinar on it. But for now, I believe you can always look through this and use it in your own presentation. Once again, my name is Victor, and thank you.